Get out of there. My dog's digging, man. She's digging. Get out. Hey, go. Physical. Go. Get out of there, son. Go. Stop digging. Go. Get out. Hey, go. Physical. Go. Get out of there, son. Go. My dog's digging. Go. Get out. Hey, go. So I took the drink. Go. Get out of there, son. Go. The DMHA, man. Go. Get out. Hey, go. So I took the drink. Go. Get out of there, son. Go. The DMHA, man. Go. What up, what up? It's Garage Gym Homie, and today I'm reviewing Insane Labz, Insane VEINZ. Is it worth it? Before we get into this, please click the subscribe button. I got content coming out all the dang time for you, homeboy. So click subscribe, and let's get into this, man. Hey, I'm trying something new. Look, man, my girl got me a sick Hanukkah present. I wish you could see this. I'll show it to you. It's a sick tripod, dope tripod, and it's on a swivel, which recognizes my face, and it hooks up to the Bluetooth, and freaking, it follows me around the gym. This is not, you see the thing, so I'm gonna see how it looks, if it's too much, if it's moved. Look at this. Goes 360 degrees. It follows me around. This thing is freaking dope. So this is the first video I'm doing with it, testing it out. If it moves too much, then I could adjust the settings and the sensitivity and everything. But I'm giving it a shot right here, man. So God bless her, man. This was a sick get. It zooms in, it zooms out. It just is, this thing is freaking cool, man. And some of that liberal technology ain't so bad here and there, man. All right, so listen, man. God bless all of you. Hope you have had a super blessed Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. We're bringing in the new year, right, man? You guys are a light to my life. And this is what I'm going to say, homie. I reviewed a lot of Insane Labz stuff, man. A lot of Insane Labz stuff. And this was sent to me by my big homie, Uncle Eddie at Muscle Players. God bless his soul. You can use discount code GGH10 to knock some big cash off. But I might tell you this is trash, man. I might tell you this is garbage. So here we go, man. Man, Insane Labz is just one of these companies, super popular, like one of these companies that they're mass produced. Everything they have seems like one of those real small scoop sizes. But the freaking pre-workouts slap, homie. I mean, they freaking slap, homie. All right, this is what I'm gonna say, man. This is their non-stim pump formula, Vascularity Beast, unflavored, man. I like unflavored. So let's talk about the facts, man. One scoop is 2.8 grams, man. 2.8 grams. And you get 35 servings in a container. So this is a little tricky, man, because if you fancy Cassie, GGH does a little reading here and there, homie. So it says as a dietary supplement for adults, mix one scoop and consume 30 minutes before your workout, pretty much. Do not exceed 2 scoops in 24 hours. Listen to this. Advanced athletes should mix 2 scoops, homie, with water and consume 30 minutes. So I consider myself, and I'm sure you do too, homie, an advanced athlete. So what I mean by that, man, is you got to use the 2 scoops. So at 2 scoops, man, you're only getting 17 and a half servings in here. So they're claiming for advanced athletes, the full serving's 2 scoops. You're only getting 17 and a half. So I'm going to share my experience, man. I ain't shining no Insane Labz schlong, but I do like Uncle Eddie, man. So God bless him for sending this over. So listen, man, this is what they're giving us. Insane VEINZ blend. So it's 2.8 grams. So the active ingredients, you got chloride and sodium, Insane VEINZ blend, 2290 milligrams. So the active ingredients is just over 2 grams, homie. But that doesn't mean anything. You might say this is really low, but so are pump pills. I mean, pump pills only can have so much, homie, and some of them are super effective. So let's not judge before using it. In AA, we call it contempt prior to investigation. So they got agmatine sulfate, 1,250 milligrams, betaine anhydrous, that's for power output, beet extract, which is this beet vulgaris root, nitrate, Russian tarragon, homie. The Russians are getting involved with our pump. The Russians are meddling with my pumps. I don't like that, homie. I don't like how the Russians getting involved here. But, hey, man, maybe the Russians are known for good pumps, man. And that's it. So it's, and this company's always using Don Lemon blends, homie. Anderson Cooper blends, as I call it, man. Prop blend. Let me move around here, man. This thing. I want the GGH. Look at it. This is crazy. It follows me. Look at that. So anyway, maybe this swivel's made by the Russians too, homie. Meddling in my freaking reviews now. All right. So this is what I'm going to say, man. I've taken the drink several times, and as you can watch here, I'm going to show you the pumps on it, and it's a tricky one, man. This is a tricky one. I'm going to give it to you straight. First of all, I'm drinking this unflavored. I mixed this with water and drink it straight up. I mixed it with a fat burner that had no pumps the first time. I almost spit that boy out, man, because I didn't realize it was unflavored. And I was like, what the heck? And then I looked, I said, oh, it's unflavored. That's why it's freaking nasty. Unflavored doesn't mean unflavored. It means nasty flavor. But if you mix it with a pre-workout or whatever that has flavor, you won't taste that nasty. These are the Insane VEINZ pumps. So I got pretty good veins, I'd say, right now, but question always comes down to these pump formulas. Are the VEINZ just as good without them? If I train, I don't know, homie. So these are hard to tell. But yeah, it's looking pretty juicy right now, son. At all. So it's completely tolerable, not on its own, but with other things. So this is what I'll say. So I've shown you the pumps here on 2 different occasions. I've taken this several times now, and I've taken it 3 times at 2 scoops. I've taken it twice at 1 scoop. And to be honest with you, man, the experience isn't really any different on 1 scoop versus 2 scoops. So on 3 grams, you know, it says 2.8, my scale. So I go up to 3 for 1 scoop or 6 grams for 2. It's, first of all, I did not have insane VEINZ. That was not it. I did, however, feel a pump with it, which is why it's difficult to review, because I feel a pump with nothing. But I do think it added some mind-muscle connection. I do think I had some added vascularity and a swoller feeling than I would normally have. So I do believe this did contribute a bit to my pumps, to my training. I'll say this. As a standalone pump formula, and it was more of a dry pump, but a dry pump you can feel, homie. It wasn't like a watery glycerol pump. It was like a dry pump that you can feel. So I still felt tight with it instead of that watery kind of cheap pump. So this is what I'll say. As a standalone pump formula, like if I'm going to train non-stim, I would never reach for this thing. This is not FSU. This ain't Performance Labz, Vasomac. This is good if you just have like a pre-workout, like Flame or something, and you just want to kind of fill in the gaps a little bit, man. If you're just looking for like ultra silly, sick pumps and you're relying on one thing, I wouldn't reach for this, man. This would not be like, oh, I want that insane vein. This is just like, if I just want to add a small scoop to something and not mix with the synergy of the pre-workout, this would be perfect. So what I mean by that is sometimes when there's a pre-workout and it's so good, you take like a pre-workout and it just slaps right, adding like a whole pump formula on top of it, it can mess with the synergy of the ingredients, and it can damper down the pre-workout in my experience. It'll just adding so many extra ingredients in a loaded pump formula, kind of like I don't want to mess with something that's already so good. So if you just want a little extra pumps to fill in the gaps, like let's say this is what I'll say. If you would take something, instead of taking some pump pills to accompany it, this would be great. If you're looking for a powder that pretty much does the same as some pump pills, meaning not like the most extreme loaded pump formula, but just something to fill in the gaps a little, this would be solid. I thought it was decent. Okay, that's what I'll say about it. I thought it was decent. I did not have insane vascularity, 3D pump craziness. I didn't have, it was like middle of the road, as the homie Opperman says, as far as the experience goes. But it's nice just to add on to something. You get unflavored, and you get 35 servings in here. And I do believe it's 35, because I didn't think using 2 scoops really enhanced the experience at all. So I think it did a little something, something. I'm for sure it did a little something, something, but not enough where you would just be like, yeah, this is the only thing I'm going to use non-stim. Like, I wouldn't reach for this as the only pump formula. If I'm going non-stim training, this is not what I would grab. But if I already got like a nice high-stim pre-workout and I just want to add like a little extra pumps to give me some added vascularity, some added swole feeling, this would be perfect. I like that it's unflavored. I like that you get 35 serving. Everything in life has pros and cons, homie. So I thought it was a decent hitter. As far as the Insane Labz products go, it's my least favorite. Their fat burner was amazing. Their freaking pre-workouts all freaking slap nicely. The Psychotic and Psychotic Gold especially. And this was my least favorite out of their product line. But it still was decent. It still was decent. That's what I'll say, man. So I'm just here to give it to you straight. That was my experience using it 5 times on both servings. 35 servings, you're winning with that, but it's not the craziest of the crazy, man. It's gonna do a little something, something, but that's about it. Garage Gym Homie's always here to give it to you straight. Let me know, do you like that this turns with me? Is it too much? Is it moving around too much? I need some dang feedback, man, from the homies I trust, which is you, sir. So God bless all of you. Together, let's get this dang muscle. Oh, that's cool, man. Look at that, zooming in on me. I'm out.